Are you plugged in? Every outlet in your house has the same output. But if you buy an appliance that has another voltage than the output of your home, you stand a chance of damaging that appliance. And this would defeat the purpose of that purchase. Now, in order for you to get your money's worth from that appliance, you need to make sure that it is plugged in correctly. And this will take some research on your part. The same thing should be the case when you get new friends. You need to do some background checks on these people. Now, the last thing you would want is to become close to someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart. Make sure you're plugged in correctly. When you apply for a job, I'm sure besides the thought of needing money to pay bills, the first thing most of you do is a background check on the business to at least make sure that you'll fit in there. If you have never done your due diligence in finding out about things before you dive headfirst, I pray that you do from now on. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, for women, I know we do a lot of background checks. When it comes to places we do business, and also our men. Now, take our hair for instance, or massage places, or nail techs. When I was in the market for a new hairdresser, there was a checklist I had. Number 1, the surroundings. Number 2, the people that came out of the salon. And lastly, number 3, the hairdressers. Why in that order? Because you can tell a lot about the people that inhabit a place by the way they keep their surroundings. I wanted to see how the clients acted after they left the hairdresser's chair. Because let's face it, sometimes they won't show the hairdresser how they actually feel, some of them, but they will show it when they leave the salon. I can admit that because I've acted as though I like the style, but after I left the salon, I felt more at ease of showing my emotions. I have no idea why, I just did. I know you've done this at least once in your life, so don't judge me. Especially in the Caribbean, where the hairstylists act like they're doing you a favor. So if you were to show your true emotions in the chair, I don't want to know what's liable to happen after that. And if the style wasn't what you expected, instead of having a confrontation, you just paid the money and never went back. Anywho, back to my point. The reason why I leave the hairdresser as the last determining factor is because I've never been able to judge a book by its cover when it comes to them. Why? Because back in the day, most hairdressers had locks or braids, so it would have been hard to know how they dealt with their hair because it's always put away, if you get what I mean. But I have been able to tell what type of fruits that they produce because of the way their customers look and by the behaviors of these said customers after they left the salon. When I was looking for a nail tech, I basically used the same list and ended up being spot on with my selection. My nail tech, ooh honey, she was the bomb. Now, you do the appropriate research for all sorts of things. So why is it that you go to any old church or let any and everybody prophesy into your life? Most of you will say the reason why you go to the same church for years is because it's close by and there is little to no commute, or it's because that's where your grandparents have been going forever and so did your parents. So the reason why you're basically going is to follow suit and not break tradition. But are you plugging into the church that will feed not just your spirit, but your mind, body, and soul? Or are you just going to feed your ego? Just to say that you went to church this Sunday, last Sunday, the Sunday before that. When I was younger, I went to church near our house. Alright, and the same feeling I had when I went into the church was the same feeling I had after I left. I didn't feel anything. Recently, I heard this ad and it said, a plugged-in smoke alarm can save lives. When you hear an ad like that, it may not raise any flags for you. For me, it said something deeper. An aware or plugged-in spirit that is plugged into the Most High source will always save your life. I can't tell you how many times the Holy Spirit told me to either not go to a place or make sure I leave at a certain time. And because of that, my life was saved so many times from either like a crazy injury or even being killed. No matter what people say, any church isn't the right church. Just like any hairdresser and nail salon is not the right place. You need to go to a place that feeds you, okay? A place that makes you think. In the church and after church and all during the week until you go back again and get something else to think about. Are you plugged in correctly? Is the reason that you're not manifesting health and wealth and your heart's desires because you're not plugged in? You're not receiving the correct voltage to recharge your soul, which in turn will charge your body and bring things to you and cause you to be brave enough to go after all that truly belongs to you and your family. We don't know how much longer we have before the good Lord comes back for us. It would be a shame to know that the sweet by and by was supposed to be accumulated here on earth. This reminds me of when the master left the servants with 1, 2, and 5 talents. And when he came back, the person he was most disappointed in was the person who he left with 1 talent. That guy buried that talent because he was scared of losing it. When you don't know much, there isn't much that can be done. So I suggest getting plugged into the word for yourself and find a church that would feed your soul. Thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smush the bell notification button so that you can get more videos from me. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Later.